Hi fans of high quality entertainment. I haven't moved since the video from yesterday, and that's because I'm doing two videos at the same time. Because today's video, Molly's going to be arriving after my work, so we'll have videos tomorrow for you. This is the best run of classic rock albums. What do you think is the best, where album after album was, it doesn't have to be perfect, don't get me wrong, but it has to be a great follow-up to the previous album. You know, you're happy with each release and you're not disappointed. Now, besides the Beatles, but I don't even know if they would be in the best run, because Beatles for Sale, I love it, of course, but I don't think it's as strong of an album as the previous ones or the later ones. And so here are my thoughts. Some great album runs, and then I'll pick my number one choice. And of course, there's so many, so many bands and artists. I might miss one or two or three or four, but this is what I came up just for now. Some great runs include Black Sabbath, War Pigs, Best of Reality, Volume 4, Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, and Sabotage. And a few months ago, I would have said that's it, because their last two albums with Ozzy weren't quite as good. But in the recent months, I've absolutely gotten to love Technical Ecstasy and Never Say Die. So that's 8 great albums in a row. Sparks, A Woofer in Tweeter's Clothing, Kimono My House, Propaganda, Indiscreet, Big Beat, Introducing Sparks, and Number One in Heaven. And then they released, after Number One in Heaven, Terminal Jive, which was a disappointing album for a lot of Sparks fans. It was almost like a sellout, I guess, and really commercial, and so that was the end of their great run for me. Not that I hate the album, it's not as good as the other ones. Blue Oyster Cult. She doesn't care. Blue Oyster Cult, their debut album, one of the greatest debut albums ever. Tyranny and Mutation, Secret Treaties. I could include the live album On Your Feet or On Your Knees, but I'm kind of staying away from live albums, but that was great too. Agents of Fortune, Spectres I loved, Mirrors I would not have included, except for recently I've gotten to really love the album. And Cultosaurus Erectus and Fire of Unknown Origin. So that's 8 great albums in a row. I also wanted to mention Elton John. I think he had a great run of albums, although Empty Sky I've never really listened to, so I'm not sure how good that is. But up to Rock of the Westies, I think he had a really strong run of great albums. And Van Morrison, I'm just starting to get into Van Morrison, and everything I've heard, like Astral Weeks, which I own, I absolutely love. So I've been checking out his other albums, and everything I listen to sounds pretty damn good to me. One more to go, and then I'll tell you my number one choice. And before I get to my number one choice of great album runs, Yes, with their debut album Yes, Time and a Word, Fragile, Close to the Edge. Of course, they had the great live album Yes Songs, Tales from Topographic Oceans, Relayer, Going for the One, and Tornado, which I know some Yes fans don't care for. And there's an interview where Steve Howe thought that Tornado was their worst album. But I absolutely love it. So that's another strong 8 albums in a row, plus the live album. But my number one choice of great run of albums is somebody named David Bowie. With I know he released in 1967 But it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to start with the debut album. That's what I'm trying to get at. So his kind of his second album, but for I think for David Bowie, he considers, help me here, Jinx. He considers it his debut album. So David Bowie, also known as Space Oddity, The Man Who Sold the World, Hunky Dory, The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars, Aladdin Sane, Pinups, Diamond Dogs, Young Americans, Station to Station, Low, Heroes, Lodger, and Scary Monsters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Who can beat that? David Bowie wins. Thank you. But, yeah, I'm interested in your choices in the comments section below, so thanks for watching and have a great day. And in the next video, the return of Molly. Bye. Sometimes life really sucks, doesn't it, Jinx? I was just joking, sorry.